Hello there. I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. I'm Cosmic Joe. Now, I been on YouTube. Hello. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I. Okay. Let's give this a try. I try to reset this a couple of times to make my voice heard, but as it is, I got no followers like other people do. Hello. Okay. We'll see if anybody can hear me. Started in 2007, I was Ivor Saber on YouTube and livevideo.com. I was on live video more than YouTube, but live video reviews back then. And I had 500 videos on my channel. Brad Greenspan let live video be trashed by trolls. So nobody um, built him out, and live video pulled it. On the air TV I was part of, Ken Glover, was a owner of that site. He made mistakes with his presentation and deleted a lot of people and followers. I do think that I got a place here in YouTube. What that is, I got no idea if anyone is ever gonna uh, bust my videos or stuff anymore. When Google bought YouTube, they stagnated YouTube to where people like me don't get any views or any recognition, even though I'm back at 2,000 subscribers. You don't see my videos. You cannot even see this live stream. I was part of Sandy Tiba's Mandela Effect because I told my story, but they didn't believe me about my story. What is my story? July of 1970, my father wanted me to get my two sisters for dinner. It was a weird heat lightning storm with no rain outside. I went up to the cool on top of the dead end street we live in, seeing my two sisters motionless. I looked at a field at an object. It was a spaceship, similar to the one that Party at Belly Hill experienced. And once I seen this object, this spiral tripod with great clean and um, yellow lights on it, stopped spinning. All of a sudden, I was in darkness being pushed down my dead end street. My two sisters were in my house with my family watching TV. He said, where are you, Joe? I said, I don't know. Surely didn't know. But I remembered things after that pertaining to the spaceship, and all the people in my neighborhood were lined up to go into the spaceship. It was not just me and my two sisters. My elder sister was said to um, scream and leave. Anyway, I went down the wrong gullet. Anyway, me and my brother after my shirt to the spaceship better. Mirrored metal and being led. I was only 7 years old, mind you, being led into this spaceship by a being my size. The spiral staircase coming up to the upper level. I remember that. I remember being experimented on. Needle on my label and stuff. Anyway, after all of this happened, of course, it brought the craze. I had a theory that the TMT gas was used to make these beings appear to be aliens. I might have been like Dr. Stephen Krieger said, um, an hoax by the government. It could be. Anyway, after that, I experienced chicken pox all over my body. And I could not go to school in the whole second grade. The last of the second grade, I was in school to take a photo on a class. That was pretty much it. Third grade began, and the spur meditation on me began by a group of men in black. Not only did me remember what it was shown in the food finder, they had me look look in this food finder. Whole time I was in this after school class, and I was told I was going to be a part of the public broadcasting system documentary, me and 4 other kids. Mother signed up on it. I was laying down on a gymnasium while this push machine, not a camera, looking down on me, and I felt a surge of power throughout my body. And the guy who was mentoring me, Gary, had a football at the end of this instance. Just tossing me a football. You like football, Joe? No, not necessarily. He said, You will. I'll see you when you're 42 years old. 42. I was only 8 years old. I said, By 42, he said, You will see. After that, a year later, I grew to the point where I like this, was like this, getting stronger with no muscle, mind you. Then I worked at a sanitation department with my father on Saturdays, 13 years old. And then I worked with him in the summer times. I made some good money there. Plus, it's not enough for me. I wanted to work full time. So I did work full time. I quit school. My family let me sign out at school and journey in health, and I went from 255,000 to 190,000. Really muscular, and I could have been a good wrestler per se. So I eventually quit that job to go to work at Western Defense, which I did for 7 years. I was a janitor first. People said, "So, um, slow down." That's what I did, and I gained my weight back. I worked in the coal mining for transformer parts. That was announced defense, and everyone was gonna get laid off to get ups a chance to switch professions to microelectronics, which it was 81 people and entered, only 21 people, including me, passed that test. And then I worked for another 3 years, and I got laid off. I missed the restructuring to be a part of some other um, company, so I was unemployed for about 10 months until I joined the furniture installation companies, systems connection, which I taught people to do the furniture and they didn't want me to be a boss. So one guy did want me to be a boss. Let's see, something switching above me. I'm not sure. There's a CD. Looks like it ready to fall. Anyway, I got weird stuff like that all over my life. Whoever that is, welcome to my live feed. I haven't been on live in quite a while, but I got some stories to tell, and am I? I'm not sure if I want to stay on social media anymore. Anyway, I did have success on different um ventures, the companies I was a part of for years and years. So had a stroke. I Before that I saw the Neotech Society's books, Neotech, and I thought they had some knowledge I should be a part of. So I was a drug abuser back then, and I had a stroke from using something, probably a mixture, probably Panadol, and I do regret using drugs, but that was a pivotal point that had I was supposed to die December 28th, 2003 in the wrestling ring. Um, but I didn't. I didn't become a wrestler. So I found it this side when I had my stroke. Went to New University Hospital. They gave me an experimental drug called Narcotrine. That drug for that genetic memories, and the Holy Spirit came to me. That's the only way I can um explain it. So I was born again, literally. When when I got out to the hospital, I experienced genetic memories galore of past lives, including a society advanced, more advanced than our society was, Lemuria and Atlantis. And all these buildings in Baltimore City were structured to be like that society back in ancient times. People were the Bible. Definitely people were the Bible. So I went to look at TV. It was a um thing. It was a game award show with Marilyn Manson was on it. Framing Brother Graham in the background was scared the daylights out of me. So much so I gave away my Mockery Crew hoodie with a shot on to the double on it with a pentagram and all. So I didn't become a wrestler. And the doctors in the University Hospital didn't tell me what gave me my stroke, but they said it was not drugs. It was not. It's this and that. It was because I was supposed to pass on then, but I didn't pass on. I became disabled, permanently disabled, like I am now. I got an inoperable blood clot in my brain. I got carpal tunnel. I got have this half of my body is totally numb. Anyway, I joined the social media, especially. Got trolls galore that I canceled my video channels and all. I've been on this channel for this 2012 or 11, I think. So I've been on this channel for quite a while. I'm trying to discuss and tell my stories, true stories, although the person that I trusted, WAP G, told me I was had no receipts behind you. And he said shows 2-3 things. A specks of dust traveling along with his air currents in his house. He called the orb. And it was a picture he had showing a light source outside, and projecting a shadow, which he called the shadow picker. And this video of what he claims for UFO fleet, which I knew from my experience for a flock of geese. A flock of geese. Oh, they disappeared. No, they didn't disappear. They faded out of the shot. So all these receipts are invalid. For a while, I got a lot of videos, 1,000 videos on my channel here. I got some receipts to a magazine for the Grubbing Circuit magazine showing how they made aircraft invisible. Was I witness myself for quite a while? So I was part of the social dig for a while. I genuinely thought Rob G was a nice person, even though he's part of Space Operatives stuff and they trashed me. I could not even comment on their Space Operative anymore because these trolls, whatever moderators or wrenches, tore me apart where I cannot even comment. Even though I was a Patreon. I spent $5 a month on them, and this super chats too. And a lot of people love that video. Similar to Space Dive Radio. I really thought Dave Scott was going to be a kindred spirit, but he wasn't. He took my idea, story about an interdimensional chicken and turned it into a profit for him to make a t-shirt, Interdimensional Task Force, which I didn't give me any credit for. So I let Space Out Radio for good. Deeming me to be a part of Social Dig. Now, the first thing he dropped it was in the middle of a show. He put me on backstage until the very end of the show, and then he introduced me. And you can check out Gospel Joe on this site. He said, I didn't know you were part of other websites. I do. I got X. I got TikTok, but I got like 1,000 subscribers there. And doing video clips and my cosmic origins, which I told my what happened to me, it still happens to me. Anyway, and then I didn't go to his show for a week, and I saw he was on a Wednesday, was I commented, and it was a recorded show. They didn't have anyone. It acknowledged him. He didn't acknowledge anyone there. So that it was a week ago that went back to the Social Dig with Bob G. And I said, hey, how you doing, Joe? When I started to say, talk, he just cut me off totally. And then he said, did you watch my Mesley's video? I said, yes, I was a part of it. He said, hold on, I cannot hear you. Put me in the backstage. Was I got a short video, 15-second video showing where he said he could not hear me. And I could hear myself. Everybody else could hear me. He just decided to stagnate me. And I got these receipts. Cosmic Joe don't have any receipts. He's a liar. All of his stories are lies because he got no proof of them. While everyone on Space Avenue got stories and no proof besides their books and whatever. I was stagnated by Rob G. He didn't want me to be a part of his show. I did a video cussing really profusely because I was mad. I'm still mad at Rob G for what he did to me. I see he's got people like Preston Dennett coming on who I tried to pick up part of his show. He didn't want to acknowledge me in any way. Everybody else, yeah, but me, I'm backlogged by these channels. I am blackballed. I'm not Malcolm on Eddie. Um, you know, God bless the corporate interests for, and now I've seen my videos on Facebook and comments, and I am recommend a couple of things. Now, what does my channel have that nobody else's channel has? I support other people. My playlist. I got playlists for the cricket ultras. I got playlists for very little thing, the troll cams, the real rare things, wrestling videos, wrestling news, so on and so forth on my channel. Why do you do this? Because I'm supporting other people. Are they supporting me? No. They don't need to support me. I don't want your money like people want money from their followers and subscribers. I cannot afford to be a part of somebody's club or Patreon. I am property stricken. I just last Saturday I went to the concert, the M3 concert. This guy, my friend's buddy, had these bags of snacks. There's a bag full of snacks. One was given to me. And I said, oh boy, I ate like a couple of them. He had a bottle, but it was supposed to be water, was Wheatley vodka. Was I drank half a bottle. I put it on my water to water it down. That was delicious. I cannot really use um I cannot really use alcohol because I'm liver or kidney problems. But I did. I had a good time. And the guy said, snacks? I said, no, I'm good. And looked at me hard. I said, what do you mean? So I took the bag of snacks with me after the concert. And my buddy said, give the snacks back to Scott. I said, you mean he's going to take these snacks back from me? He said, they were not your snacks to begin with. It was something he was hiding, this vodka and other snacks in a bag, clear bag. And I was devastated because being poverty stricken, I wanted to eat these snacks and them. I said, my bag, a shirt, new shirt is back. Take the shirt back and give me back that, um, give me back the, um, bag. So I did. When I grew up, It was called an Indian giver. I mean, give somebody something and take it back. I know it's a kind of pretty racist um, term, but back then it was called an Indian giver. If you don't, if you have something that somebody gave you and they take it back, it was an Indian giver. So talk to Scott about it. I said, you got everything. I got nothing. I told him I'm not going to go to any more concerts. Was I not? An all day concert is agony to me. Matt's the bands I don't really like anyway. The 80s metal. I'm a hardcore metal, thrash metal guy. Like in Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, Slayer, The Big Four, and other bands. So I really liked going to concerts with my friend. He said he paid $250 a ticket, and then he turned it into 300. The others all of a sudden was those seats in Marietta Bruce were horrible. Now I got a couple of video I did to this concert. I did the Barry Goudreau's engine room was the lead guitarist for the first two Boston albums. Anyway, I recorded the whole set and it's on my channel. Was doesn't get any views per se. Anyway, where do I go from here? Only two people popped up into this live show, and nobody came into the chat to say hello to me. That's what I face here on YouTube. Boy, Jessica Jones let me come to her channel and talk. I got StreamYard. No, she don't value me like that. With less light washers, Gerald and Jane, they will not have me on their show because they consider me a fruitcake. Face it, people don't like me. Nobody has ever genuinely loved me in my lifetime. My birthday is in June 17th. Is anyone gonna wish me happy birthday on my birthday on YouTube? No. Because I don't matter to anyone. Especially the powers that be that experimented on me to just watch me on a downward spiral. Now, Barry Littleton had a video on his channel, a live show, talking about the upward spiral was most people got. to the downward spiral. That's me. In my lifetime, I was supposed to be a boss, but that was stagnating. The guy who was supposed to be give me a job as a boss died. That the people were of a supposed accident where he pulled up a tree stand and hit a rock. I think he was unliped, so I could not get ahead. I'm not getting ahead on YouTube for sure. Nobody cares about anything I do or say. You know, the guy put power in the sky. Um, forgot his name now. Him and Barney and Valley Hill both had experiences that they had no proof of, really. My experience is far more in depth than theirs. I was suspended on the third grade. I got some powers like be able to control my destiny. I was navigated like 3 weeks ago. My make past kitchen living room I had to build by a rat. I put it all there and lowered myself back down to the floor. I was just scared the living daylights out of me being able to do that. Things like this Sonics. I'm not sure if I can do it right now. It's like that. If I could do it longer, maybe I could produce some type of effect where I can float on there. Maybe. Who knows? But I know that sounded weird to people, and I'm not gonna say I have any powers, but I do. So where do I go from here on YouTube? I just daily everything I watch, I put on my playlist, hoping somebody will watch other people's videos. My behalf. Straight Explorer. I want to say something about this guy, Andy. Did a video last week where he had pride code um numbers. And so what I did was I took that pride code numbers. Once they completed the pride numbers, I had to sit on my channel to input that code into his channel's comments. Not a live chat comments, but actual comments on his channel. I did it successfully. It was new other people on his channel that had inputted that code. Now I know that Andy was not gonna give me a free t-shirt. He's cheated against me like everybody else is. Oh, Joe, You were number 6. No. I make sure I inputted that code before anybody else. Anybody else. Now, if I did, it was live on other sites like Instagram or TikTok or whatever, maybe they did input the code faster than me, but I don't think so. So I said goodbye to Annie. I really like this channel. I'm like a lot that are like channel or paranormal channels. So I got a playlist dedicated to them and other people. Like the cryptid huntress was she's one of the only ones who like my Facebook post, and I don't think I belong anywhere. I don't think I'm gonna be a part of the space ark or go to outer space to travel to another galaxy. I don't think anything like that is could happen for me. Should I go underground? An underground piece that I think is in this neighborhood. Now, I put free lunch to these ant people. So when I go from here, probably Parrots, not everybody else in 2027. Yeah, it's gonna happen in 2027. I predict. People say otherwise. People say they're to take that. It's like you know, doing and saying that type of thing. It's just you know nonsense per se. To the powers that be, the New Think Society, who sees me property stricken, property, poverty stricken, or the governments and all, who knows I'm here, who spurred on me and gave me new outlet to gain anything. That's just all a part of their plan to get rid of me. So why should I stay doing anything? I cannot even go to my backyard to do videos, but as somebody else um, watching me that don't want me to do videos on my own backyard. Um, all part of the three-letter societies or companies that stagnate us all. Thanks to anyone who watched this video. They didn't stick around because I don't matter to anyone. No woman ever loved me. No people ever cared about me. Genuinely, except for a couple family members, and one friend, one good friend. That's pretty much it for me to be a part of this YouTube live show. Just what I failed to do. I'm a failure. And Rob G loves that. He got lucky to have a video of 491,000 views, which I do. I planned that video. 3 EW Brasserie videos. The first two showed the first things that happened to Luncia. The last conclusion was the cultural culprits unmasked to be the so-called press friend Adam Cole. Was got me subscribers and views and stuff. I only had 700 subscribers for about 5 years. And then I took that videos and I got views and subscribers because they're ready to leave me. But don't leave me. Subscribe to me. I'm gonna get my own receipts for sure, including the video I got from 2011 showing the object in the sky. If I can find it and post it, I will. I did a video on my police body camera that I could hear things in the background. And using that device issues a lot of using that device causes a lot of things to be shown in the skies or whatever. I was able to figure out how to post that video on my channel. It was an outdoor and night channel. I cannot figure out how to use my night vision right. I got a drone, camera drone I could buy around. But I will, my neighbors will have a fit. So that's why I don't do that, showing our property. I started to do a video a couple days ago, but I deleted it because it showed my neighbor, and I don't want them to, you know, they notice in any way. They didn't want me to do a video, so I deleted it. I didn't post it. So, doing videos on my backyard probably not a good idea. Anyway, things you're not interested in me, interested in my channel, interested in what I did with Bob J. Was he? I can say a lot of things about him, but I already did a video cussing at him and Dave Scott about the treatment of me. Jimmy Church, same way. I was part of this show. And there's his racist made it to where my comments were muted So I got new police stairs. I left that piece of crap show, faded to black. President, kept his shit up on. Esoteric Atlanta didn't give any, you know, care up on me. Probably go on the best night watchers show on Friday. Happy to have one, but trying to be funny, but people don't get my humor and too much, and probably quit that too because nobody cares about me. I'm gonna die tomorrow. I'm gonna be quickly forgotten. Quickly forgotten. And my channel will eventually be deleted. That's my pace. As my journey come to the end, it looks like it. I'm going. Sorry, wasted your time looking at a loser, somebody that never mattered. Oh, hello, Jenny Sue. Yep, I'm on live. I am gonna start off now because I don't matter to anyone. My experience, yeah, I did pop on Jenny. Hope you have a good day today. I'm not having a good. I'm living misery, and my house is. My bathroom is a mess. My thanks, Johnny. To say I matter, but I don't matter really. To YouTube especially, I'm not don't matter to YouTube per se. My bathroom, my toilet is broken. I cannot put water in it to flush it. I just gonna plunge in it, plunge in the present time. It's disgusting. My kitchen is the same way. Ready to fall through the kitchen. When I fall through the kitchen into the basement, I'll be unliked. I will be gone, and nobody will ever. Maybe Jenny Sue will remember me, but nobody else will. So God bless you, Jenny Sue, for coming in, and I'm gonna leave now. Don't have anything like cedar house in there. If I do anything like that, I'm gonna lose everything I own. Everything I own. Because then all the stuff I got will not fit in the senior housing facility. I don't want anyone to go through my stuff and steal everything I own. This is gonna happen. I'm 62 years old now. My family, my nephew and my sister cares about me, but they don't care about me enough to help me out yet. My my nephew says he's gonna once he gets his own house, about me to live with him. But I don't I don't want to live with anyone. I want to have my own house. I want a own place to live in. Maybe a girl that a woman that will care about me because nobody ever loved me to begin with. I try to get my former girlfriend from 30 years ago um, contacted me. I see he said he's living with her son and girlfriend. That's nice, Jenny Sue, that they care about you that much. Me, this house is so run down, decrepit that um I have very little to eat right now. I gotta count on my friend who's a cab driver to loan me another $50 so I can go to the store and get some food. I'll probably do that tomorrow if I can. Maybe can help me out again. I always pay him back. I always pay him back. He was nice enough to um take me to the rock concert for my birthday and give me a T-shirt and buy me refreshments and food. Was nice. We had a cheeseburger first with water, and then I got a fullest hot dog. Was delicious. Saturday at a rock concert. It used to be 3 day concert. It was on one day to charge a more enormous amount of money with that concert. It was terrible that they charged that much money. We sat in the same row, the same seats we had last year, paid 3 times as much money for them. So I don't think I'm gonna be coming to any more concerts. Quite a while. I got a tinnitus is acting up. The ringing in my ears is really terrible anymore. I gotta do get background noises and um watching videos so my ears are stop ringing in the middle of the night. And I know my neighbors probably say, "Why does he still watch stuff in the middle of the night?" Because I got tinnitus, really, really bad, really, really bad. So I'm not gonna have too much in the way of receipts unless I can buy this one new UFO video or trying to do things on my backyard. But I don't think anything is gonna happen good for me. The downward spiral continues. Christian music singer. Is that you? You Christian music singer? That's nice. Um, you went to the Christian music concert. Well, I saw Striper. This is one band. A couple years ago at a free concert. They were Christian metal. I got a couple Christian metal um bands on my. I got whatever. So thanks, Jenny Chu, for coming in. I'm gonna go now, lay down. I'm thinking I'm kind of tired, and things don't really matter to anyone but you and a couple people. I don't think I gotta do another live show ever again. Take care, Jenny Chu. Love you and privately. Take care.